Oh, hey guys.
Hey, how's it going?
What's up?
How's it going? A good day?
Yeah.
Good. Yeah. Hello,
everybody.
welcome to the season finale! We made it, everybody. We made it to the finals. Welcome back to another. Are you crying?
I can't believe it's over.
Hey, you know, I said there wasn't going to be any slapping in this video, but you suck it up. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Digital Flow Battles. This time around, we get to find out the results for the final battle, right between Mimi's and Elvin. This battle was hype and crazy, and we're super stoked to find out the results.
Now, before we go into those battles, we got to touch base with all those athletes before. We have had some crazy turnout for this tournament. Last tournament, obviously, it blew up. This time around, we were like, what kind of athletes are we going to see this time? And it was really equalized. Everybody was like almost on the same level, a little bit here and there, but everyone threw down as hard as they could. It was crazy to see. So we actually wanted to put together a video for you guys to kind of show you what everybody brought for those top 16 athletes. So let's go and check it out.
Okay. So, check it out. Check it out.
Thank you to the 16 athletes that participated. Obviously, we couldn't do this without you, and thank you, Tucker, for putting together that whole edit right there. But it is time to get into the final battle, guys. Mimis versus Elvin. Let's watch those lines.
Yeah. Heck yeah, Daniel. So let's go ahead and put Mimis up on that screen.
Oh, big side pre to pop side. Dang.
Yes, I love it.
Ooh, nice creative ball. I like that a lot.
Ooh, I love that. Oh my goodness. You definitely, it had me thinking Scoot Dub right there, but changed it.
Maybe. Oh, 540 straight to court.
Yeah.
Nice clean landings on all those too. Very good.
Very, very nice. He definitely likes doing flip prees to that stump.
Yeah. I absolutely love the beginning actually because it takes a lot of precision and technicality to do that first combination, and the fact that you're able to flow out of a precise type of movement, that's saying something right there. It's super hard to be so focused, but then still be able to flow out of that.
Definitely.
All right, let's take a second just to talk about Mimi's style though really quickly, especially the way that he uses creativity in his spots that he has chosen, and also just the way that he brings a surprise element to each line. It just always makes you go like, in each one.
Yeah, he definitely throws some surprising elements, and something that I love about his style as well is he definitely throws a lot of tricking shapes inside of his lines, and I really, really love to see that.
Yeah, but another thing you have to think about is just the overall cleanliness of his lines, like doing all these different shapes, different transitions, really technical things, but staying clean throughout the whole line. It's either you're super good at one bangs, or you took the time to actually make sure you got the run that you wanted to every single time through the rounds, and so that's super impressive. It's something you have to think about for online competition.
Yeah,
Most definitely.
He's kept this like style consistent throughout the entire time too, and that shows a lot of like master of his skills.
Definitely,
So
yeah.
I like it a lot. It's awesome.
Yes,
Good job,
Mimis
Mimi.
killing
Woo!
it. Yeah.
Good job, man.
Mimi's fantastic job. You have shown up so well for this whole competition, but now it's time to get into Elvin's line.
Watch it.
All right. So Elvin's starting out with standing Arabian straight into the flow. One thing that's really huge about Elvin is just he's very, very controlled on his landings, and that is so important for making a clean and flowy line.
Nice, good.
Ooh, nice.
Everything seems like it's moving with purpose too, to put him into the right areas to do each skill. That was really
Ooh.
the double edge. Nice. Clean.
I really like how he had his double A at the end, and then he had like his first standing Arabian at the very beginning. It seemed like he had a start and an end that he was filling in between, and he didn't just like go through the wall, maybe do one or two moves. He went back and forth, zigzag through that area, trying to get as much packed in there as he could. And it was really actually a full line of a lot of moves. Like I couldn't count the moves, I didn't count them, but there was lots of skills in there, and so
Keeping it pace too.
keeping it packed is really good. Yeah.
Also, I love it when athletes are enjoying their time while they're training and making lines. So the fact that he's so hyped after every line he does, I love it. It makes sense that he's so hyped just because the lines are so packed full with stuff, but I love just seeing that excitement at the end of it.
Now, watching Elvin over these last few seasons has been a tremendous honor, getting to watch him progress his style and the strength, honestly, throughout all of his lines as well, too.
Yeah, and one of the reasons I think he's done so well in these competitions just goes back to how clean his lines are. He's strong enough that on all of his landings, he's able to control them so well and flow out of them so well that it's just there's very little to just no mistakes in his lines ever.
And yes, at the same time, you can have all these clean landings, and I would say Elvin's lines, it's like every trick is pretty identifiable. Like, yeah, he did an inward side, or yeah, he did standing Arabian, like that kind of thing. He's not necessarily doing anything creative to make himself stand out, like a Josh Malone or anything, but it is like, back again to like those really specific landings and that cleanliness and transitions and the way he does things. He has developed his own style, and he has a really Elvin way of doing his lines. They're usually long, they're usually really clean, good landings, good transitions, they're planned out really well, and so Elvin has a really great style where he can show himself that he is Elvin without actually having to do anything like incredibly super unique, but you're like, yeah, that's an Elvin line for sure.
It's Elvin,
Yeah.
Fantastic job, Elvin. We loved having you in our competition for another season, but it is time now to get into the judging. You guys, as the voters, chose Mimis for the win. So let's hear what Joey and Krystian have to say about our final battle.
So in the final battle, we've got Mimis versus Elvin, and I have to say I enjoyed both of these lines for different reasons. Mimis had a high difficulty. The flow was great, the connections were on point. I really like that 540 vortex front flip or whatever you're gonna call it. Elvin had the lower difficulty, but the flow was really good as well. I really enjoyed. He was going like this way to this way to this way. The line was builded great, but as I said, the difficulty was not there. The line felt a bit sloppy, so my vote is gonna go to Mimis.
Yo, what's up guys? It is finals time, let's go! And these finals did not disappoint. We got Elvin versus Mimis. Starting off with Elvin, I loved what he did at the beginning. He starts off with the Arabian, and I'm a big sucker for that move. I love it. Goes into safety, great flow, very creative all the way through. There were two things that I didn't really like about this line. Number one, the difficulty wasn't super high. And number two, he did Gumby to back tuck, and it looked like he was gaining space for something. And then he ended up just doing like a reverse into lazy, and then ended with double A twist. And I was like, what was the point of gaining that space with the Gumby backflip? It didn't quite make sense to me, so I didn't like that part. Moving over on to Mimis, he comes in with the weirdest angle for side flip out. And I was like, okay, coming out with bangers, filming it kind of weird, but I kind of liked it. And then great flow moving through. And the thing that really just put the cherry on top of the cake for me, he kept me guessing on every single one of his big tricks. Right when I thought I knew what he was going to do, he jumps up, does a little 180 into the rise full, and I was like, okay. That brings me to the one faltering point. The landing on, I think it was a rise full, wasn't too great. The execution wasn't fantastic there. It was like a slow macaco coming out, but not bad all in all. It just slowed the pacing down a little bit. And then again, right when I thought he was going to do an obvious scoot dub or tack dub or maybe scoot trip, he does the 540, rolls out, and goes in the cork. I love that he was using high-level moves to keep me on my toes, keep me guessing all the way throughout the run. So I got to give it to Mimis. Well done and well-deserved.
It is time. Gentlemen, drum roll please. The Season 2 champion of Digital Flow Battles is Mimis. Again, Elvin, fantastic job, dude. You aren't going home empty-handed. You get to go home with $150 yourself. But Mimis, as the winner, you get to take home the $550 cash prize. Congratulations.
Boys. And that's going to wrap up another season of Digital Flow Battles. Thank you so much for participating with us, everybody. I'm talking to you as the viewers. We wouldn't have it without you guys. Thank you so much for participating in the voting system. And we are super stoked up for all the hype lines that happened this season.
What a season indeed, Quinn, and I am just so happy and bursting out of my seams with joy that we were able to have these athletes in our tournament and have Elvin and Mimis up in the finals. Give some money to these athletes. We want to support you guys in any way we can, and thank you so much for submitting. But all you guys, you gotta like, share, and subscribe to these videos. Click those notification buttons. Keep your eye out because the next season's coming up, spring 2021.
All right.
You guys thought you were going to go a whole season without seeing Daniel get slapped? He's been slapped this season already, I think. You thought a whole season without getting Daniel slapped? Now,